Why was Joy Reid removed? Rachel Maddow has an answer.
It is unnerving to see that on a network where we've got count them, two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend.
Ooh. Go ahead. Yeah.
And that feels worse than bad.
Yeah, what is
no
that?
matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible,
Go ahead.
and I do not defend it.
Oh, say it. Say it. Racist. Over at MSLSD, definitely a little shake-up there. You know, it's owned by Comcast. Comcast is a massive corporation. Many of you pay them monthly for your cable bill. But MSNBC is really a Pravda-type and Al Jazeera-type outlet, much like CNN. It's not pro-American. You know, it's one thing to be a media outlet, and to really try and hold people's feet to the fire. It's another to really hate your fellow man. And these people hate us, and they hate Trump. And it's a whole new breed. They've taken a hold of these various media outlets. And that's why in the Washington Post, Bezos is trying to take it back, believe it or not. LA Times, the owner there, is trying to take it back because people have had enough. They have no ratings on MSNBC. CNN is in the toilet. And so if you keep moving around the same players at different times, it doesn't mean anything. Or you replace them with people of the same ilk, it doesn't mean anything. Rachel Maddow is a phony and a fraud. Rachel Maddow makes $20 to $25 million a year. She was doing one show a week. Now think about that, for one show a week. So that's stupid money. Stupid money because it's Comcast. Comcast has a lot of money. And so they bolster these platforms. They build up these individuals. But over at MSNBC, they have this person, Joy Reid. Now, I've discussed this with you here on multiple occasions, that she should be fired. She should be removed. Why? It's one thing to have a strong opinion or a radical opinion, but she said the most racist and bigoted things time and time and time again. And she said it in a way that was not just provocative, but could motivate people to do horrendous things. Now, that's not really what TV platforms are for, cable platforms are for. Again, you can have very aggressive viewpoints, very radical viewpoints. But not that. Not that. And I say this as somebody who speaks out. You know, my friend Sean likes to say, I'm in the free speech business. I hate to see this happen to people. It needs to happen to somebody like that because I am in the free speech business. And I'm sure he feels the same way about her as I do. I don't know, but that's where we are. So I wanted to point this out. So why was Joy Reid removed? Rachel Maddow has an answer. Go.
Joy Reid's show, The Readout, ended tonight. And Joy is not taking a different job in the network. She is leaving the network altogether. And that is very,
No, she's not leaving the network altogether. She was fired. Go ahead.
Very hard to take. I am 51 years old. I have been gainfully employed since I was 12. And I have had so many...
I wouldn't say gainfully employed. What are you doing now? It's not gainful, I can tell you that. Go ahead.
Different kinds of jobs. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. But
I'll give us a shot.
All of the jobs I have had in all of the years I have been alive, there is no colleague for whom I have had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid.
Now that says something about you, doesn't it, Rach? May I call you Rach? That says something about you, concerning the horrendous, racist, bigoted, anti-Semitic things that have come out of her mouth, or even before that when she was a blogger. It's funny because Rachel Maddow is gay. Fine. But Joy Reid used to post very anti-gay type statements when she was a blogger. Doesn't matter. They're all leftists. That's all they care about. Go ahead.
I love everything about her. I have learned so much from her. I have so much more to learn from her.
Tell us, what did you learn from her exactly? And what more do you expect to learn from her? I'm serious. This woman's a fraud. She's positioning herself. She's a self-righteous know-nothing. Joy Reid is a cancer in the body politic. She is a poison in the broadcast media. The idea that they would take her from Blogger World and other things that she did, give her a primetime spot, even on MSNBC, anywhere, was a grotesque thing that they did. Go.
Want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC, and personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that.
They didn't let her walk out the door. They kicked her ass out the door, just to be clear. Go ahead.
but that's what I think. I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got count them, two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend.
Ooh. Go ahead. Yeah.
And that feels worse than bad.
Yeah, what is that?
No matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible,
Go ahead.
and I do not defend it.
Oh, say it. Say it. Racist. Racist. Now, she says no matter who replaces them, they have a triumvirate of stooges who will replace Joy Reid as a tryout, 3 leftists. One of them is Michael Steele. You may remember him as the head of the RNC. He's a complete crackpot now. Last time I checked, he's African-American. And also there's another woman of the triumvirate. She's African-American, but that doesn't matter. See, it's because it's racist, and that's their go-to position. But, you know, I posted at the time, and I want to congratulate the New York Post editorial page for catching up and doing the same thing. Then quit. Here's the thing I don't understand. If I thought Blaze was racist or anti-Semitic, would I be here? If I thought Fox was racist or anti-Semitic, would I be there? Or Westwood One? Would I do that? Or Simon & Schuster, who I write for? You have what's called in this country free will. So to go on and basically accuse your network of being racist, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's not like I'm a scholar and a student on MSNBC, or that I'll drop 18 IQ points to figure it out. I'm just saying, if you really believe that that network is racist, then leave. But she won't leave because she's a fraud. She doesn't really believe that. She's just sending signals to the radical kook left wing that she's one of them, don't abandon her, and that she objects to this, while she's pocketing, what is it, $20 million a year for a 1-hour show or whatever the hell they're doing. And then I read that they're going to strip some staff from her. I think they're sending her a signal. I think so. She said she's had a job since she's 12 years old. Well, maybe she'll have to go back to one of those jobs. God knows. I don't know why she's on the network. They say she's a big draw. Why? Big draw for what? Can anybody tell me what she's ever said that's ever made sense? She was pushing that Russia collusion stuff even after Russia collusion was disproven. She's full of crap.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.